Yo, what up, guys? Beside you here, I want to experience Endless Dream, the once human scenario that was recently launched as part of their annual update 2.0. I've not had a chance to try it out since it was released officially. It was in early access. I tested that one, but I left that server early because it was just too difficult. So I hear that a lot of things have changed in this Endless Dream scenario, and I want to try it out for myself. My main character is currently in Manibus. That's Star 4 where we are all Vision, where we're all flying around and everything. So it still had 13 days to go. That's why I can't really switch over to my main character. So let me use my backup character right here and access Endless Dream scenario first time and see what it's all about. Now, I didn't select a character. Let me select it. Sign up for a new scenario. It will take me to Eternal Land first, right? Yeah, it will take me to my Eternal Land first because I have played this different scenario before. That was raid zone. Yeah, once human raid zone was fun. But it's time to switch to a new scenario. And if you've played the game before, you will be sent to Eternal Land to now sign up for a new one. This time around, I'm not trying out raid zone. I'm going into Endless Dream. This is the latest scenario, like I said. And if you go into a server that is in pre-registration, you can see that it is not opening until the time right there that it's opening. So take note of it. The time is at the top. So if you enter a pre-registration server, you might not be able to enter it, or it's not open right there and then. So that's why I like to enter a server that is already open, the ones that are shown as open. I will go into X0022. Why? Because in their Discord, once human has a Discord you can hop into and look for friends to play with. There are always people out there that are looking for others to enjoy this game with. So you can go over there. There is a server dedicated to the channel in the server called Add Friends. That's where if you type in the comment section right there, you see somebody that is open to join the server with you and you guys can play. I am currently in the North America region. That's what I selected as my region. So make sure your friend is also in the same region. If a server is not listed here, you can always type it, or your friend can give you a special invite code that you can use to bring yourself over to that server. So if you're asking me what is Endless Dream, I'll tell you right now, this is not a scenario for you because newer players should be playing novice scenario. Make sure you finish novice first before you come over to Endless Dream, because it is way more difficult, except you have a group of friends who are carrying you through every content and you're breezing through it all. But I'll recommend you try out novice, once human novice first, which will give you a brief, the story. You get to enjoy everything peacefully, calmly before you come into this chaotic Endless Dream that it will soon turn into a nightmare or something. All right, let me jump into Endless Dream X022. If you want to play along, always join me. And I don't have a special code that anybody sent to me, right? So I just go sign up as a solo. Now I can head into the scenario and see what it's all about. You can find out a lot more about this scenario by looking at everything that they have to say about it here, and see the best weapons that will be useful right here. This can really influence the type of build you use and all that. They even tell you the type of weapons that will be useful against the enemies you have to face in this content, shrapnel damage and all that. So don't ignore this information though. Although this might be for people who are very, very deep into the game, you want to go far. I just want to enjoy what it's all about and see what a beginner player will experience when they head into Once Human Endless Dream. Once you move to this new server, you will not be able to return. Confirm? Yes. All right, that's my other character going in right here. If there's any crazy slow loading screens, I will cut that out of this 1 hour long and Once Human Endless Dream guide video that I'm trying to record right here. And so you guys bear with me. Hit that like button if you've not done so. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you've also not done so. I also come live on Twitch and YouTube sometimes, so watch out for those streams. All right. For newer players, you do not want to skip out on anything. It's telling me to select things from my last scenario, blah blah blah. I'm not going to select it right now. What I'm saying is you can skip this and still be able to grab things over from your Eternal Land later. You don't have to do this right now. You don't have to bring your deviants and stuff over right now. Wait, I don't have anything. I hope I switched right. As long as you have enough resources, yeah, it does cost a little bit of, what do you call this resource? What do you call this resource? There's a resource right here that will be used to bring things over right here. 20,000 of it. So you can bring everything over from the last scenario. That's what it means. All right. Simplified version or complete version. The complete version will tell you the storyline again. You get to experience tasks and everything. Everything will stay unchanged, just like you did in Novice. But if you see the simplified version, you skip through a lot of those tasks. They still want you to go to those areas, but you simply just go to those areas and tap a button and the task is done. You don't have to sit through the cutscenes and the dialogues again in those areas when you visit them. So newer players should always go for the complete one, of course. And existing players who have played several scenarios can always go for the simplified one. Except you want to experience the storyline again. This is the early tutorial. You are supposed to spend a lot of time right here. Well, it's a little bit of time right here to experience everything, including going into this building, because normally newer players get to experience it from here. And you meet, what's her name now? Mitsuki. There she is. Mitsuki. You get to listen to her speak a little bit. She teaches you how to craft and all that. They're assuming I already know how to do this. That's why it's skipping a lot of things right here and taking me straight into the heat of the battle. And that's where I'm going in right now without exploring these areas. But newer players, I remember my first scenario as a novice. I spent so much time here. After killing the first boss you see here, I was gathering things all the way here before I left this place. But this is peaceful. There's no enemies right here. It's just a place where you're supposed to learn more about the game before you hop into the real world. Let's talk to Miss Memory. We call her TV Lady, by the way, because she has a TV head. And you'll see her a lot in this Endless Dream. She does have some goodies for you, which you can buy some items from her. So whenever you see her in the Endless Dream, make sure you walk up to her and talk to her and see what she has for you in stock. Hopefully you have the resource she requires to buy whatever she has to sell. I'll check it out if we have time in the video. That's one thing.
I am
All right.
a visitor from dreams and a seeker of help who has come from afar.
I'm not
If
spoil
you
it for
wish,
you. I'll skip through the dialogues.
Yes.
Make sure you go
At
over
the
there
moment, you
and
must have had this reverie.
I don't want to spoil the story for anybody who has not
If we reach that, but you, that is why.
gone through it the first time. I'm just skipping through it because, like I said, I'm recording for an entire hour. 7 minutes gone. And we're still here. Let's go. Leave. Oh, she still wants me to go talk to Mitsuki. I thought she's just gonna let me leave. Mitsuki is the one that lets me leave. Say goodbye. All right. Don't worry, Mitsuki. I'll be back soon. Yes, you're always gonna find Mitsuki whenever you start a new scenario. She'll always be here to greet you again and tell you about the scenario you're about to hop into. I think it's time to leave now. So when I leave this door, I know it's gonna be game time. I want to skip the cutscene. You can watch it on your own. I don't want to spoil that part. Most of the cutscenes are copyright protected also. That's why I don't want to play them in video. All right. The first thing that pops up right now after this 2.0 update, the annual update, is this new class system, right? You get to select your class right off the bat. And if you saw my previous video, I selected Beastmaster on my main account that is currently playing in the Starfall Invasion. So in this current scenario, wait, I thought I just selected a class by mistake. No. In this new scenario, I will not select Beastmaster again. I'll go for the Chef instead. Why? Because damage and food buffs, because this food that you can make will give you a bunch of damage stats and all that. So that's what I want to try out since I'm trying Beastmaster in the other one. Most players who prefer to build high damage builds will always go for the Chef. But most players who want to stay home and build gardens and all that will go for the Gardener. So you can choose which of these classes best suits your playstyle, right? For me, I prefer pure damage, big damage builds where I can solo content, be the carrying content and all that. I don't want to keep dying to content. You won't find me usually in my base. I'm always out there doing public events and silos and all that. So that's the type of build I want to go for, a damage build, and either the Chef or the Beastmaster is the second option for that. So I'll go for the Chef since I already selected Beastmaster in the first scenario. So I'll understand how this works. All right. So you cannot change this decision after you make it. So make sure you like the one you're choosing because it will impact how you play the game in a certain way, in a very small way. It's not like a crazy thing also. Now, another update that came with this is that the map is now entirely unlocked right from the first time you come in. So you now have the Mayor's Market. This is the only part that used to be unlocked for newer players. This area, Mayor's Market, Dreamveil. But now the northern region is also unlocked. by default. So the entire map is fully unlocked. So you get to experience the entire game, right? Everywhere is unlocked. Of course, you still have to visit them because it will be covered by a shadow. And of course, the dream zone thing might be going on, showing different colors. Right now, you see that the dream zone is not active, right? When I hop into this game and open the map again, you see what it looks like when dream zone is in effect. So a lot of players are saying go to the northern Mayors, Deadville, but I want to play it smart and safe and go to that area that I know I can clear easily and level up really fast. When I say really fast, I mean level 1 enemies, level 2 enemies, and all that. I don't want to go towards a difficult area where you begin to face enemies that you cannot even beat. So let me start off with the Mayor's Market, then I move on to Deathville, or start at Deathville and move to Mayor's Market. Which one is easier? Mayor's Market, then Deathville. Anyway, let me start with Deathville. It's close to this place where we have the moving house too, right? Chef selected, Deathville selected, and let's enter the world. I did say it's going to be a fast tutorial, and here I go. I will have to explain a little bit as I go along, so it's going to be a little bit longer than expected. Hopefully you guys don't mind about that. All right. Server selection done. I've talked about the endless dim scenario. What's different about this endless dim scenario compared to other scenarios? You have to experience other scenarios in order to know the difference. But since I have seen Manibus, I've seen the PvP mode. This is not a PvP mode. This is you and other players are playing along, playing together as you try to, ward off whatever this endless dream is bringing or causing in this entire area. So the ultimate goal is to clear this Omen Arachiasm. Eternal dreamers, basically eternal dreamers. You have nightmares, you have light dreamers. So the entire area is polluted in some way. Right now, this area I am is kind of good looking, right? No colors, no purple or cloudy areas. But if you walk towards this area, you'll see what I'm talking about. There will be a bubble covering around it, or let me not explain too much until I walk in there. Then you see what it means to be in a dream, right? It looks like it's all sunny and nice looking right now. But if you go into the dream zone, you can even see one right there. Let me just walk into that dream zone and see what I mean. You can clearly tell a difference between the normal area and the dream zone. You can see this barrier, right? I just leveled up to level 2 from doing what? From running? Okay. And now I'm in a dream zone. You entered a dream zone. So right now, since I'm in a dream zone, you see that things look a little bit different. You find enemies that you normally not find out there. You see those blobs right there. You can pick them up. You can also build in the dream zone, right? Yeah, you can build. You cannot build your base in the dream zone though. You can watch out for a lot of enemies that spawn right here. These TVs can attack you or attach to you and limit the number of time you can spend in the dream zone. So a lot of players will be found trying to clear this dream zone because there are lots of resources to gain from clearing the dream zone. When players come together, I can't do it alone. You see this dream zone, this whole entire bubble, the area, the goal is to dispel it, to dispel the dream. And right there, this is this quicksand or the sand we need to dispel the dream, right? That you put into the light dreamers so you can build right here. I'll do it. Let me just, this is not the beginner, but I'm just telling you what it means to be in endless dream. This is not just an area where you build your house, hunt animals, kill stuff, and then build and you call it a day. No, this one is a little bit more complicated than that. So let me start up with murder on my mind. Next thing is to get your journeys done. So I'm looking for wood. I'm looking for some rocks to also build my first gardening or crafting tools. But the first thing I was supposed to do is put down my base of operation, right? You can move your base once you put it down, so it's not like you're permanently stuck right here. So you see a lot of newer players spawning right here and putting up their first base. And if I build mine right here next to the water, I can move it later using Z. Press B. You can see it shows you the borders of other players' buildings and where you can build and where you cannot build. So I cannot build right here because it shows red. Let me move up a little bit. Maybe this area is empty. Yeah, this area is empty. When it shows green, it allows you to place it right there. You can't place it on yourself though. You can use the Alt key while you're building to increase the foundation or reduce it, so your house doesn't go into the ground. You don't want that. So I'm holding the Alt while I scroll on the mouse wheel to bring it up a little bit, and that height is okay for me. And your house comes by default with a first isolated securement unit where you can put a deviant that you have or one that you bring back from your previous scenario. So the first deviant that I want to bring back from my previous scenario in the game, whenever you start the game, if you go to your deviants right here, you can see everything is empty. But you can tell me that, see, I have items from past scenarios can be brought from the inherit button, and this can show me a list of. Why is it still not showing me? Did I not exit that other scenario properly? This is my. Oh, now I remember. You cannot bring things over from the red zone scenario. Is that it? That's why it's not showing me. But normally, if you have some things right here, you can bring them over. I hope they are not in this other storage. They are not. Normally, I do have some things. Maybe that's my main account. This alt account has nothing because it's a new account. So I really thought I had things that I can bring over. No, I don't. But if you have other scenarios you've played, you will see them right here. So I'm starting fresh in this account. Really, really fresh. And it shows you right here, PVE. Your transit storage is right there. I also have nothing in any of my transit storage. So starting fresh with a new account. So what I wanted to bring was these Digby boys that really help you get ores really fast in the early game, so you don't have to gather the ores by yourself. The Digby boys just go to work real hard and get you ores while you're away, while you're AFK. You can see what it looks like to have a deviant in your. See, he's just gathering ores for this guy, and this player is not around in his base, but you can see his deviant is busy at work. Right, this is the first thing you should normally do when you hop onto the game. Except you need some battle help, then you might use a different deviant, the butterfly. That's a deviant that is also quite popular for newer players to put as the first one in their securement unit. And yeah, what is this? This is your terminal, territory terminal. This shows you the point on the map, and this is what you actually teleport to. In PvP mode, if this is destroyed, the entire base gets destroyed also. But this is not PvP, so nobody's coming to destroy this. It's safe. Yeah, that's why this player left everything open and all that. This PvE, nobody can destroy your items. No other players can steal your items. So you're totally safe. All right. Let me assume I'm talking to players who have already played novice mode. Let's go into the main thing that I will experience in novice in Endless Dream. We still have about 45 minutes to go. Let me see how much I can achieve right now. The first thing I go to is J, because I need to get these missions done. I like to play the game according to this journey and missions because they guide you. Somebody messaged me on Discord, on TikTok. He commented in the video, he hopped into Once Human and he doesn't know what to do. J, Task, Johnny, these are your best bets. Just hop between them and choose something to do. Gather all once. That's a good task to do. Gather any crops. That's a good task to do. So these are supposed to guide you on what to do next, so you're never lost. Now I see a yellow dot on the map. That's a mission, an entirely different task that wants me to actually go fight battles. You don't want to hop into those ones until you're stuck in these journey ones that is giving you something easy as gather wheat. So I don't want to leave these simple ones and go do a difficult one first, right? Like going to beat a Dreamzone or something. So that's the first task today is done. The next one is to meet Miss Memory. That's the yellow task I'm talking about. I'm not going there. Gather ore once. Where is the ore I can break? I prefer stone. Or you can also bring your tools from previous scenarios. When I say tools, I mean, did I just see something blinking? Yeah. I don't know if I have the bullets to kill it, but let me try. In my backpack, I see a yellow little light and it tells me one of these crates is nearby. And if I can break the crates that is nearby, I will be able to get something nice. Do I have a melee weapon? I do have a melee weapon. Let's kill the rabbit with melee. Don't run from me. I don't want to waste my bullets on you yet. He's dead? Got it. You can always shoot, and use craft more bullets later, but I just wanted to kill that one with V. Without swapping out your weapon, you can hold your weapon and press V to use your melee weapon at the same time. So you don't always have to use number 3, which is your melee weapon by default. They say the thing is right here, but it's not. Let me not get sidetracked. But he has some resources for me. Okay, it's still going on. Why is it not showing me where this thing is? Still blinking. Maybe it's over the water. Yeah, it's close by. The lights behind my bag is blinking more and more. What is this? Eggs? Crocodile eggs. That means they are croak around. Okay, I see it now. This is what I was looking for. How many bullets will take him down? I can't melee this one. Okay, this one is actually not dangerous. Like, he's not hitting back. There are some of them that hit back with some projectiles, so you have to be careful when you fight them. I melee this one too. What does more damage? Melee works just fine. Don't know if I'll have resources to craft bullets. That's why I'm using melee for this one right now. Down. What does it have for me? Lots of goodies. Stardust sauce is very important. Stellar planula is good too. And a morphic part. Biochemical parts. This is for people who do planting, right? I thought that those biochemicals is for biomechanical parts. I thought it's for people who do planting. But I did get it. The first deviant is a gingerbread house, but that's not the deviant I want to use right now. If you put that deviant in the case and it produces item that you craft, you can use that item to craft a wind potion, or I think it's a food that makes you go invisible. Of transformation cookie, that's what you can craft with that gingerbread one. Transformation cookie, that's what you can craft with it. It changes your character into a chair, a house, a bench, whatever. It's something strange, and you can move it around. So you transform into something inanimate and disguise yourself, basically. I don't see anybody using that this thing too. Always check back of cars. You have some loot right here, including fuel that you use for your bike. Speaking of bikes, I heard that right off the bat from the first time you land, you now have access to your bike. Is that true? No. Well, you still have to craft the garage and then call the bike, I guess. I thought somebody said in the video that you can just press G and get your bike the first time. No. I think you still have to go craft your garage and get it. What am I looking for? More cars to loot from. That's not a car that I can loot from. I'm looking for more ores too. I don't think I have enough ores. Now, this is the part where I have to cut and come back with 1,000 ores, because right now that part is not going to be interesting where I look for ores. I thought this was my base. It's clearly not. I lost my way. If you check on your map, you can easily find your base where it's at, and you can see it right here with the icon, home, right? So even no matter how you scroll out, just look for it and you'll find it. You're never too far from home. That's not my base too. Where is it? This is where I put it. Since I don't have a deviant yet, let me use this one to demonstrate when you put a deviant in the case. Gingerbread. Boom. And these mini games that they have right now, they are mini games which gives you a ton of deviants. So I will explore, if I have chance in this video, I'll go explore the deviant, that mini game that gives you weapons to shoot, and then you shoot some bubbles and then you get deviants from the bubbles. So I'll try that mini game out and see if it will give us some high level deviants that we can use to I don't know if that mini game is unlocked at a newer level though. All right, what's the next task? Build a disassembly bench. I probably don't have what it takes to build a disassembly bench, but by pressing B, you can access this menu and facilities, right? It just have a red dot right here. I'm not going to put this. More isolated units can be placed, but I want to place a disassembly bench. You can unlock it. Don't remind me again, but I do want to unlock it. The first thing, they do have 4 of these ciphers. The more levels you do, the more missions you do, the more ciphers you unlock. So don't just chill right here, because the more mimetic you unlock, the more easier the games become. These things are locked behind this. So I have the first one, disassembly bench. The next one is going to be a furnace that I need. I know that's the next thing they will ask me to do. And do I want to go down straight to this? Let me see what the mission requires me to do next. Let me not get ahead of myself and unlock things. It costs you to re-unlock them or to lock them back and unlock them. So let me do according to the mission. Build a disassembly bench. It does say I don't have the resources to get it done. I need copper ingots. Let me quickly go search for copper and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back at the base with some loot farmed with the stone, with the basic thing I have. I farmed up to how many? 30 wood, 240 copper, and lots of stone, so and some sulfur. With this, still won't be enough to do a disassembly bench. I do need to go out for a journey, but at least I can now craft my first primary workbench, which is actually needed. Where is it? Supplies workbench. That is very, very important. That is supposed to allow you craft ammo and things like that. But I'm not going to craft ammo right now. Should I? To make it easier for me. But I don't know. I might need the cipher. But if you press J, you can go claim all this XP that you're getting from doing all these journeys, right? Grab all this XP because they will help you level up and unlock more ciphers that you might need. See, I leveled up just by doing all these journeys. They do give you a ton of XP that you need. Build a stove. I don't think I can do that yet. Stop tracking that. So more ciphers unlocked. How many more ciphers did I just get? Ooh, 5 more. So I can unlock some more things. Let me get the disassembly bench. I do need copper. For copper, I'll need a furnace. So furnace first to make 10 copper. Wood is needed to turn on this furnace, so let's get that one going. Some charcoal, and then from the charcoal you can craft the copper. I'll come back when I have 10 copper to craft the first item. All right, I came back to see in the chat one of these public crisis events. That's what they are called, and you see them in the chat right now. You see, whenever you see this public crisis event, this one is currently saying where the disco goes. This one is easier. You should go for them because they give you a ton of resources. I just attended 3 back-to-back because other players go to these places and they start the event, and you can see the message in the chat and join them in that public crisis event. Just by attending these 3, that has gotten my levels up a lot to currently level 11. I think I was in 7 or so before I checked, and it has also unlocked a lot of memetics that I need. I also got some blueprints for weapon blueprints and all that I need to upgrade my weapons, and a ton of resources along the way. See, currently I now have 33 memetic ciphers to spend right here in everything I need. So initially I wanted to go to the first mission that says go to that yellow mark right here, level 1 mission, but I got sidetracked by this where the disco goes one. Whenever I see another public crisis event, I have to stop everything I'm doing and attend to them. They give you a ton of XP because a lot of enemies spawn right here where you can kill them and get XP. You don't have to spend the entire bullet on them. Just shoot one bullet, one bullet, one bullet. So when those enemies dies in the other player's hands, you still get credited the XP because you helped kill that enemies. Not just normal enemies, they also got epic enemies right here, epic bosses that spawn in this point and give you some resources. Let me see some of these items I got for this one. In the backpack, I did get some star chrome. Where is it? This especially this keyword. These are things you need for your weapons and your ammo, right? And what else? I got some meat along the way. What else did I get? Here you go, the calibrations. According to your weapon type, you have to put a calibration on them. Not something I want to cover in today's video or at all. Just a beginner's level up guide, I guess. And this is one way I did it right now. And this is not a lot. Some players have more advanced way of leveling up real fast and hitting level 50 real quick. Leveling up means you get a ton of XP, which means your HP gets higher and you don't die so easily. Alright, I'll teleport over here, unlock this TP point, then go to my original mission at Dreamveil and get that one done also. So I can unlock the bike. I should have the bike by now so I don't have to keep walking around. And although I think I need to craft the garage to even unlock it. I also unlocked a memetic specialization. You can choose special abilities that your character will have. According to these 4, you can choose the best ones. You can always ask in the Discord which one is the best. If you're not sure, Chef's Nice is good. You can always read what they do. robotics facility, increase the duration of traps. I'm not putting up traps. Supplies bench, cross bolt output 50%, crafting time less. I will be building that crossbow in this particular scenario, so I might need this one. Let me see. Pickaxe durability, I don't need that, so I think this is the best out of the three. Chef's knives though, meat yield +1. I am a chef. Getting a chef's knife for a chef yield additional byproducts. Supplies workbench, or that supply workbench, some other player who has the ability could place it for me. Let me take the chef's knives for now. Large refinery is useful. Jumper booster, portable diving, wooden structures. Right, large refinery is the best one out of them. So if you're not sure which one is the best out of the four, you can always ask in the chat and somebody is sure to tell you. That's something I also forgot to mention. All right, let me go to my original location and I'll be right back when I head there. Since I don't yet have a bike, I have to walk. All right, I finally came to the location. I spoke to Miss Memory right here and she told me how to navigate the Dreamzone and build my base in a safe place that is not affected by Dreamzone. What is this? They do have a special shop for that? Why is it? This wasn't here in a normal scenario, but I guess this is the Dreamzone, so she had to bring in her own aesthetic to it. So right now, after I spoke to her, they did say press G to bring out the bike. So yes, you can get the bike out without unlocking it in the garage or anything. I guess all I had to do was come speak to her first. In other scenarios, you had to actually unlock a garage and build the bike on your own. Now they're saying primary supplies bench, gear workbench. That's the next one, so I can craft armor. Right now I'm naked, not wearing any clothes. Let's even see. Right now, if I even have any armor, it will automatically enter my character's body, but I don't. Yeah, I don't have any. That's why it's all empty right there. Ooh, I got one. Why didn't he wear it then? Unable to equip. It's tier 3. Why? Why can't I wear it? Not high enough. Okay, not level, not high enough. That's why. So if it's high enough level, you'll be able to wear that one I picked up from a battle. I can go craft a low level one and put on so I could stop looking so naked right there. All right, that's all I needed to do here. Build armor workbench. That has to be in my scenario. Somebody left his wolf roaming around. No, you can't kill other players' wolf. You cannot. I know that. All right, I'm heading back to my base and I'll build the armor workbench using the teleporter. I don't know what I have my bike now. I could drive all the way back to my base, right? Where is the base? If I can find it, click here to find it. Where is it? I guess I gotta zoom in a little bit. I still can't find it. Oh, right there. It doesn't cost you anything to teleport back to your base, but if you teleport to other locations, it will cost you a little bit of energy links, which is a essential resource if you intend to craft armors. I mean, what do you call those things now? Those things you put on your armor. I forgot the name now. All right, let me see. Now that I'm back, I can finally get this mission done. No, build an armor workbench first. Let me go according to the mission. I don't want to go do something that they have not asked me to do yet. Then later they say do it again. Primary gear workbench. This one. I already have this one. This is the next one I need to craft. So I need metal scraps, copper, and adhesive. So hopefully with all this farming I did along the way, hopefully I have enough to get all those things done. Let's start the copper going first. And the next one is, let me see. Yeah, I need to break these items I get. Now you can go ahead in chat right here. They have a public chat and ask somebody to come and place a better supplies disassembly bench for you. If I ask right now, can someone come place a bench for a noob? Right next to what do you call this item? Death's Veil. My chat got deleted because I left. Okay, let me type it again and send. See if somebody comes and place a better disassembly bench for me than this one that will not give me a lot of accessories if I disassemble. All right, I did try in the chat and somebody came, but he thought I was just asking for a normal disassembly bench. But no, I'm looking for one that has perks. Some perks will include giving you double output for these items you want to disassemble. So that's what I was looking for. But since I can't get one right now, but always ask in the chat. Somebody out there has a disassembly bench perks that can give you more resources than this. So that's something to know because you don't want to be going out and farming more resources every time, right? And there are some bullets that I know I'm not going to use. I always disassemble them also, like a shotgun. I don't think I'll ever use a shotgun right now. So I'll disassemble that also. And then I can go ahead and craft what I needed to craft with it is this item for facilities right here. You can see primary gear workbench. Yes, that's what I needed to craft. And let me go ahead and do so. Done. So with this, I think I can start placing armor, crafting armor with this bench. Like the next mission says, craft a weapon and equipped in the table, which I'm gonna do next. All right, some updates right here. It's been a while. I've been playing for 30 minutes or so more, doing some more farming, getting more ores, and I finally got my what do you call it now? A stove, primary stove out here. Finally got what else again? I was trying to get a better furnace, but I have to craft the materials needed, and I finally got my bronze ingot unlocked, which gave me this better pickaxe than the basic one I'm using. Went from crude to now I'm using a copper pickaxe. I'm currently getting some fuses to get one more thing unlocked, which is electricity, and that is very important to have a better chance of getting better ores, I guess. Let me get the electricity and see what I'm talking about. Oh, that's not what I meant to craft. Cancel. I want to use the 3 fuses to get a solar panel unlocked, and I still need copper ingots. Yeah. All that farming I did, still not getting a lot of copper ingots. See, I run out again. No, okay, I have some. So let me wait for this one to craft. I only need 10, right, to craft the solar. But then after I get the solar, I will have to get the furnace, electric furnace. That's the next big thing. This is still the early game guide. I know I've not gone into the Dreamzone area yet, but the mission is even telling me to go in there like I'm ready. I feel like I'm not ready. You can see my health is low. I'll need steel ingots and a lot of copper for this electric furnace, and I don't have enough steel right now. Can I break steel with this weapon I currently have? I doubt it. Copper cannot break steel, right? No. I think I have to get an advanced, a mid-range workbench, intermediate workbench they call it. Let me see if I have enough to unlock it. Intermediate supplies workbench. I do have enough to unlock it. But can I craft it? That's another question now. Can I craft intermediate workbench? Bronze. I do have enough to also craft it. Let me get that because I need this workbench. Is way better than the primary one. I have to get some bronze though. Be right back. Alright, with my advanced or intermediate supplies workbench crafted, I can now have access to steel, which will get me some more ores that I'll need to craft higher tier items. This is still the early game items. Now, if I brought in a chainsaw or some other drill, electric drill, this would have been more easier to do, but I'm going through the early stages, crafting my first steel pickaxe and gonna grab me some more items. Speaking about rewards, I see in the chat right now people are typing in the chat the words survive together in one's human, which is giving about 500 star crumb. Also, star crumbs is those things, those resources you need to craft or to what do you call it now, summon or get new weapons and accessories, armors too. So that's a very essential item in the game right now. So let me check at other rewards that I've not claimed. I've been just doing beginner missions. There are some other rewards immediately you log into the game that you probably go check out and take a look at so you can not miss out on them. If I go to events, the novice event is one that is gonna give you a tons 200 and wood, 100 copper. If I saw this earlier, I would have claimed from here instead of doing all this that I had to do to get it. But chapter 1, master survivor skills. What else is there to do? Well, I've already done it. So I also get make any dish in the stove, which I've done also. I can claim all those rewards. I didn't check this earlier. I would have claimed from here. This other one is giving you energy links. I've not done this one. Furnish items. Place a mirror on the floor. I've not done this one. Reward successfully claimed. Yeah, I've not done it, so I can claim. These ones that I've not done, you can claim them until you go ahead and do them. So you can go take a closer look, make any dish in the stove, then you can come back to claim them. Glass. I'll need this one. Let me get that glass one done. Place a storage crate. I don't yet have a storage crate. What? Carrying everything that I have on me. Is it a mimetic? It is a mimetic. Storage. Usually one of the first ones that should be unlocked. Has to do with buildings. Basic storage, that's it. Is it gonna unlock with wooden support? Yeah, it also needs wooden support, which I have not done. Alright, so let me quickly get that one done. Have I even unlocked anything that has to do with structures and building, like foundations? Let me get those ones done. It will unlock some things for me. I'll be right back. I received an invite to this Dreamzone event, and while I'm here, let me just check it out. There are a bunch of rewards, especially the deviants that I need to get from here. I don't know if I have any tickets, but let me go see if I have any by default. Or I have to do this other event before I get enough tickets to go shoot this deviant one. This is the most important one out of all of them, I think, because you get a lot of deviants. You see how I'm complaining that I don't have deviants? This is where I'm supposed to get all the deviants from. Treasure lady. Enter game. See, currently I don't have any tickets, so let me go grab some tickets from all the other events. Which one is the easiest to do? The racing one. That one. Bumper car is the easiest one to do. There's one that is like an obstacle course. Like this, I think is this one. I don't like this one. It was too difficult. But this racing one is quite easy to do a bunch of races, and before you know, 3 or 4 races, 5, you're done. They do provide the vehicle for you. I prefer the bike. I think I'll do a dedicated shot on TikTok about this wish events. It's part of the updates that was released, so it's quite a useful one, especially if you're looking for 5 deviants. I also found some deviants that I currently do not have in my game in the main account. Quite exciting one. Let's go. Damn, I'm late. 10 seconds before I get the bike. People like to stay behind and boost off. 3, 2. Oh. Let's see if I can win this one. If you hit the corners, you get paused or something. Try not to also hit other players. Might throw you off your bike. Tip: you can boost by raising your front tires. A lot of people do not know this. Like this. I can catch up with this player if I do this. We might be going the same speed, but if I do this and if he does not, I'll catch up with him for sure. Try not to decelerate when it's not necessary. He braked. Can I catch up? Whoa, that was not what I meant to do. I pressed the wrong button. I lost. Even if you don't finish the race, you still get some reward. I pressed F instead of R. And then to do only one of these matches and go to the next one. Cars, you can't do that though. That's why I don't pick the cars. You can't boost like that. That was unnecessary. Why would I keep pressing the F button by mistake? It's right next to the D, that's why. Am I going to finish or get a DNF? Touch the corners. Seconds. I won lots of these races yesterday. Now I can't even finish. That's the finish line right there. I still get the points though. Right? No, it says rewards full. So if I claim it in one character, I can't claim it in this other character. Rewards are full. I guess they don't let your two characters that is on the same account, claim these Dreamland rewards, but you can play these ones. I just got an invitation to it. It's in a different island altogether. It's a dungeon. They called it a dungeon, so you can exit it if you want to. I think from your menus you can even access it from there. But those are the games you can play. This one, there are lots of different ones, but they are all trying to give you tickets that you can use to finally go up there. Where is it? Up there, Deviant World, and get those crazy Deviant. There's one other shooting one that you have to pair with somebody or alone and come in here and shoot a lot of enemies, waves of enemies, which gives you a lot of points too. Anyways, let me exit the dungeon and get back. It takes you right back to your last location when you exit this dungeon. Alright, with all these early game shenanigans done, it's time to head into the Dreamzone, the area that is supposed to be very, very difficult to deal with. And before I go, let me craft some adrenaline shots because I might need it just in case I die. Tell me I have enough to craft it. I don't have adrenaline unlocked yet. That's quite important in the mimetic, because if you die in battles, you just... Damn, this should be one of the first things I unlocked. What do I need to remove just to get it? I guess I'm done with this intermediate workbench. I can press F and remove it. And now use that for the adrenaline shots. Just in case I die up in there, I can get self-revived with nobody else playing with me to help. This is how you revive yourself in battle. There you go. How many do I need? As much as possible. I just need one or two though. I'll grab it and leave. Let me make sure I have other things required. I have no way of healing. Like all these food buffs and everything. Nothing to cleanse this sanity. Hydration. Nothing to cleanse this sanity that I currently have. The sanity levels are high. And I might get attacked for it. Alright, grab my shots. 3 of them. Have my weapon. Let's go. The mission says search the wakeful. Can I build? Inside. Trying to make sure I have enough food so I can just build. The wakeful clock. By hitting the clocks, you get what is required for this mission. Wakeful clocks, Dreamzone, and gather wakeful sand. That's what it's called. I think when I came in here earlier, I saw some clocks. Trying to avoid battles here. That's a no-go. That's a no-go. That's another one. I'm trying to avoid them as much as possible because they chase you down. And right now my health is 1 hit and I'm down. I'm trying to not be seen. Uh-oh. Enemies right here too. Everywhere is covered. That one just exploded. I just need a few clocks. If you don't see them in one dream zone, you can go to another dream zone. I've been tethered to this thing. It's coming for me. I don't see any clocks. They're usually littered around the dream zone. Now that I see this one, let me just quickly grab it. Structures. Make sure I look behind me. Nobody's coming, right? Yeah, you can't build in dream zones like this and claim, did I get it? No, my structure was not high enough. Build again. Another one that is higher. Or you can just put a ladder. I'm not sure I've unlocked ladders. Can I edit this build? Nah, now it's too high. I have to place another one that is not as high. And still too high? Come on. Alright, I know what to do. Coming from here. Light into it. No, that's too far. Oh, I don't have ladders unlocked in my memetics, do I? Attachments. Material. Oh, I do. Okay. But I need sand of clarity to build a ladder. Really? Sand of clarity to build a ladder. But anyways, I'm supposed to grab that item and it's supposed to give me some in-game resources that I will need to build armor or weapons. Could be the beryllium crystals, could be the other, those crystals required to summon items. If no wakeful sand here, I guess I'm going to a different location to find it. No clocks. Not even one. Ooh, I see the boss waiting for me. Wait, don't leave, don't leave. And ooh, he almost drove with me inside. Am I getting chased? No. What level are the enemies here? Level 5. They are low level, so I could take them. Why was I afraid then? Just that one hit, I'm dead. That's why I was trying to not take this battle. I've been spotted. They're willing to throw stuff at me. Yeah. Yeah. I forgot those projectiles that they throw kind of follow you wherever you go. It's not one of those ones where you can dodge and be safe. I'm gone. If I die, there's nobody to revive me and my items will drop. All because my sanity levels are too high right now. I have no way of, no gummy bears or anything to eat to regain my sanity. But this is the dream zone. I'm getting chased again. Come on. I wasn't even close to that one. I tell you, the dream zone is no joke. The enemies here don't want you in it. They'll do anything to get you out. So, yeah, I guess was it our 5 more minutes. We still have 5 more minutes of gameplay. And I have 3 seconds to self-revive. I can revive now. On the way. So what I'm trying to say is you have to be well prepared before you get into these dream zones, because why the enemies are low level, yes, I came unprepared, no ammo. I had a weapon, but my ammo is not yet there. My health is 0. So that's why I'm getting killed in 1 hit. And I'll need these animal hides to craft ammo. Even the small ones, I'm gonna kill them. Evenly meat, no hides. There you go. And then to craft a weapon. Even the other. Ooh, deviated crop. Love that. Now that I have a steel pickaxe, it's time to go to a different location where I'm going to find a lot of steel, because this area, yes, I'm facing low level zones, which is nice, but I will still need steel. And so far this area I've not seen steel or aluminum. I think that's the next thing I'm supposed to sort out for, aluminum and steel. That's the next type of pickaxe I'm supposed to craft, since I cannot deal with the dream zones right now. I'm supposed to say, yeah, this is about the dream zone, but if you come unprepared into those dream zones, you will regret it and eat dirt, just like I did. So maybe in the next episode, you'll see me fighting more battles in the dream zone. But for this first 1 hour of gameplay for the Once Human Dream Zone, you can see that it is not an easy content. It's not something you just come in there and dive into and start beating. Of course, if there are no enemies, you can run around and claim those blobs and do a lot of exploring in there. But when you have enemies like that, when it's a hostile environment, you gotta bounce, else you risk dying in the zone. Or maybe have other players in there carry you. I'm looking for iron. I think I saw some around somewhere. Anywhere I see iron, that's where my base will be located right now, because I need to farm that, a lot of it. Oh, I forgot I had a bike. Running around like it's a cardio. So where am I going next? Possibly to an area that has both tungsten, aluminum. That's the next ore that I need a lot of. Not up the hill. Did I just hear gunshots? Let's not do that. So maybe I need to leave these beginner areas then and move up the map to more advanced areas, another town entirely. Instead of driving all the way, let's teleport there. Am I safe here to teleport? Yes. No, it's not unlocked yet, so I was going to go to Greywater Camp, but it's still locked. Maybe drive all the way there and unlock it then. On the way, whatever I see, I'll unlock too. All I need is more items. Alright, I think that's the 1 hour of gameplay. I leveled up to 16 in 1 hour. I played it slow though, because I was explaining a lot. I'm trying to do everything right. So I guess in the next episode, you see me talk more about the the Dreamzone, especially this time around. I couldn't really do much in the Dreamzone. So until then, I catch you all. Don't forget you can download Once Human on mobile and PC. I put a link in the description, a special link. They're talking to me. A special link right there. Wait, let her finish talking, then I'll continue my talking.
If you encounter a cluster of strange-looking statues, be careful.
Is she done? Okay, she's done. I was saying in the next episode, I'll do more gameplays. I was going the wrong way anyways. For this Dreamzone. Join a group of people who are taking down this zone, because right now everybody's trying to level to 40 and craft their ammo and weapons. That's the most highest priority thing you have to do in this early game before you begin to head to those dream zones and fight it at a higher level and face the nightmare and the, what do you call it now, the light dreamers and the deep dreamers and the omens. So that's the next thing. Hopefully by then I'll be prepared. I will be playing this game, this mode, this game scenario on stream. And join me, twitch.tv/Dreamveil5D. And maybe not on YouTube. After I post this one, I'll just let it be and I'll go to Twitch and still continue. So if you want to join me in this current scenario, you can do so. Just use the link to download Once Human and I'll see you in the game. Make sure you like and subscribe for more daily gaming content. This one was a tough one. I've played 4 scenarios, but this one was the hardest one to really deal with. Right? Later, guys.